There was once an old lady who lived at the very edge of a mountain village. Her house stood quietly beneath tall pines, built from stone, wood, and the silent strength of dreams. Villagers often wondered how she managed to live alone, without children, relatives, or riches. But what they never understood was that she carried something rare in her heart: peace. Each morning, before the birds awoke, she would open her little window and breathe in the cold air. She never rushed. She never complained. She simply existed with gratitude. She would light a small fire in her fireplace and whisper to the flames, "Thank you for staying with me another day." In her modest garden grew simple food: carrots, onions, thyme, potatoes, and whatever nature gifted her found its way into her humble pot of soup. She stirred it with calm hands and often hummed forgotten songs no one else remembered. Villagers came to her whenever sadness weighed on their hearts. Some believed she had magic, others said her tea could heal wounds unseen. But she never claimed to be special. She simply said, "I do not fix people. I only remind them that storms always pass." People often left her home lighter, as though she had quietly taken a little of their sorrow and replaced it with warmth. One evening, as the sun hid behind the mountain, a strange traveler arrived at her door. He wore a dark coat and spoke with a voice that seemed older than his face. "You have lived a simple life," he said, "but they say you have lived it well." The old lady nodded. "I have lived it honestly. That is enough for me." The traveler's eyes studied her, as if he was measuring her soul. Then he spoke again. "Then I will give you a choice. Tonight, 3 doors wait for you. Behind one lies your deepest desire. Behind the others, disappointment." Before she could reply, the world around them changed. They stood in a quiet silver meadow under the moon, and 3 doors appeared. One was golden and shining. One was wooden and plain. The third was rusted and worn, as though forgotten by time. He said, "Choose." The old lady simply folded her hands. "I am too old to chase dreams," she said softly. "Dreams are not too old to find you," replied the traveler. She walked forward, with slow but steady steps. The golden door glimmered as though promising glory. The wooden one looked safe. But she stopped before the rusted one and gently touched its handle. "Why this one?" the traveler asked. She smiled. "The most beautiful things in my life have always come in worn and humble packages. I do not trust anything that shines too quickly." She opened the door. Inside was nothing. No treasure. No miracle. Only dust. Only silence. The traveler watched her, expecting disappointment, but she began to laugh softly. "I came here with nothing," she said, "and I still have my smile. So I did not lose anything at all." The traveler's face changed. He opened the other 2 doors. Inside the golden door lay piles of gold, glittering like captured stars. Inside the wooden door was a mirror, showing her young, strong, and wealthy, a version of herself that she had never been. "You could have had so much more," the traveler said. She looked at the mirror, then stepped away. "More than what?" "More than peace. More than knowing how to smile when the world grows dark. More than the joy of soup and soft songs." "No, I think I already chose the right door." For a moment, the traveler was silent. Then he said, "I have tested many kings and scholars, rich men and dreamers. All searched for more. You are the first who chose nothing and still won." She looked at him with kind eyes. "Who are you?" He replied, "I am whatever people need. For some, I am temptation. For others, I am a test. Tonight, I am a witness." He bowed respectfully and vanished like mist at sunrise. The meadow faded. The doors disappeared. And she found herself back at her small cottage. The fire still flickered. The soup still bubbled. Nothing had changed. And yet everything felt complete. She sat beside the fire, warmed her hands, and whispered, "I chose the empty door, but returned to a full life." After that day, her smile became even softer, and her steps lighter. People still visited her when they were sad, and she still welcomed them with tea and warmth. When asked why she always seemed happy, she said only, "My heart is quiet." And quiet hearts are never truly empty. Years later, when she was gone, the villagers still spoke of her. One child asked his father, "Why do people remember her, even though she was poor?" The father replied, "Because some people leave behind money. But she left behind peace. And peace lasts longer than gold." Sometimes happiness isn't behind the shining door. Sometimes it waits in silence, in kindness, and in the choice to smile, even when the door is empty. Try to be happy in every situation. Even when life offers nothing, hold on to your smile, and you will still have everything.